My favourite genre of tweet is conservative guy asking Grok, "Is this true?" and then arguing with it when it doesn't give him the answer he likes. I mean, reality is also woke. Well, at least the decent parts are. And the inevitable, "It'll be fixed next week," from Elon in the replies, when fix just means censoring and banning information. Well, sorry to say Elmo and insert MAGA cultist number 3872, but facts don't care about your feelings. Yeah, we broke Donald Trump. Bella. Wow, at Donald Trump on Truth Social, this is really true of you, I guess. Trump says Putin agrees with him that the US should not have mail-in voting. Nothing screams American democracy like taking pointers from Vladimir Putin. What do you mean? The best advice for a free and uncorrupt democracy is obviously from a dictator. If you think anything else, you must be woke and stupid. Propaganda host. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it comes across as childish. And you're the governor of the biggest state in the union. What are you doing? Hi, if he thinks the way Gavin Newsom is tweeting is childish, wait until he hears about the President of the United States. I think Gavin Newsom broke MAGA. All they can do is clutch their pearls, and they're entirely unaware that he's making fun of their dear leader. The meeting with Putin was so disastrous for Trump, he may have to bring up the Epstein files as a distraction. What do you mean? It was the most successful thing ever. You know, nothing really talked about, no true deals made, and all they've got to say is, maybe next time. It's so successful, guys. Trump has called Norwegian officials to tell them that he wants the Nobel Peace Prize while threatening to tariff the country. I don't think the best way to get a peace prize is to try and threaten a trade war, but that's just me. God, he is literally such a loser. I still find it fucking crazy that so many people think that he's in any way someone to look up to. Faith in humanity revoked? Or something like that. JD Vance tried to book a table at the Bull in Chulbury, but word got to the staff, who warned that they would walk out rather than serve him, leaving management with no choice but to cancel his reservation and send the VP packing in what locals gleefully dubbed a mini mutiny. Imagine being so unpopular, a British pub picks no customers over you. He seems so thin-skinned, so you know that his hamster brain is in overdrive. He is always on vacation because he's bad for polling. Even Trump supporters don't like him, so he might as well keep him away. Cheers to England, they don't mess around with fascism, just like in World War II. Even Trump said an immediate no when he asked if he'd endorse Vance for 2028. He seems to have quite a pattern of not getting along with his VPs, eh? Trump has been strangely quiet. Breaking news, White House staffers say Donald Trump has been obsessing over Gavin Newsom's tweets all week, and won't stop ranting about how bitchy they are. Does he know? Does dear leader know that Gavin Newsom's making fun of him? I mean, okay, except if in saying that, he's also calling his own tweets bitchy, which, well, he'd be spot on. My mum complained about how damn Newsom's tweets are. I read her multiple tweets and removed obvious info, like names, and asked her to identify if Trump or Newsom had written the tweet. She could not, but apparently it's different. Difference being what exactly? I think Newsom did something really smart with this one. I really don't think MAGA can do enough mental gymnastics to get around or over this one. The little snowflakes can't deal with getting marked. God, he looks awful. And he was insulting Biden for not being fit for office? Vaxxed? I really wonder what kind of drug cocktail is keeping him on his unsteady feet these days. Well, even then, barely. Did you see him walk down the red carpet? Matter of time before he falls down the Air Force One stairs. Well, again. Maps for the win. Do I do a Trump impression, or do I do a Gavin Newsom impression? I mean, it's making fun of Trump, right? So I'll do it in the Trump voice. Yeah. Because I'm mocking him as well. Not even JD, just Dance Vance. Fuck, he even makes the names better than Trump. Can save Trump from the disastrous maps war he has started. Not even his eyeliner lines look as pretty as California map lines. He will fail, as he always does. So sad. And I, the peacetime governor, our nation's favorite, will save America once again. Many are now calling me Gavin Christopher Columbus Newsom because of all the maps. Thank you for your attention to this matter. He even puts that in as well. GCN. More politicians need to do this. Just keep making fun of Trump until they all break. Most transparent admin in history. Is the transparency in the room with us now? Are you finally releasing the Epstein list? No, of course not, because that dear leader's in it. Yeah, I'd be majorly surprised if anything comes of that for the rest of this admin. Because all it was merely another lie they made to get more votes. Hey chat, if you guys think MAGA is a bunch of snowflakes, the biggest snowflakes of them all, you should totally support this gay guy reading stuff by liking, subscribing and sharing, cause it helps a lot. Anyways, back to the video. If you're under any illusions about what an authoritarian personality cult the GOP has become, they're not hiding it. Give Kimmel Trump a third term, give him a peace prize, and let him run DC as long as he wants. Constitution says what? Question mark? Oh wait, they don't give a shit anymore, do they? All I can hope is when all of this shit is all over, all of these fucking brainlets who are supporting Trump like fucking Andy Ogles never gets in office again. Do you want better? Never gets a job again. And all their legacy's gonna be is how much of a scumbag they are. It's so baffling to me that this is who they choose as their cult leader. Most cult leaders are somewhat charismatic. Well, yeah, he is their definition of charismatic. Trump is a perfect example of a weak person's definition of a strong person. What has happened to the White House? It looks like a really cheap gold-plated toilet. But it's meant to be really MAGA coded and so cool, guys. You know, just wait until they put gold on all of the exterior pillars and detailing, and turn the White House lawn into the White House concrete patio, exactly like they've done to the Rose Garden. Or actually, now it's the concrete patio. But hey, the libs are owned, right? Politics aside, this is objectively fucking tacky. We should all be able to agree on that. I think Trump's obsession with gold is him thinking that if he surrounds himself by gold and flexes how much gold he has, it might make people think that he's a person of any value. Tiny Hands is out here copying me, but without the stamina, so sad, and certainly without the looks. Total beta. This is like watching the student council president roast the class clown. That's giving too much credit to Trump. At least the class clown is actually funny. Trump. Vladimir said just a little while ago, I've never seen anybody do so much so fast. He said your country is like hot as a pistol, and a year ago he thought it was dead. Yeah, Putin is playing Donnie like a fiddle. Isn't it crazy that all you've got to do to manipulate the President of the United States is just lie about how apparently great his country is, and maybe slide him over a tacky piece of tack covered in gold, and then he'll like you? It's kinda crazy. I mean, technically, he's right. No president has ever done so much damage to this country in such a short amount of time. I think that's the only thing Trump is actually good at, being absolutely shit at running the country. The country is like a hot pistol after electing a negligent discharge. Or more like a hot pistol after you throw it into a crucible of molten steel. Even Fox News couldn't hide the fact that Putin completely played Trump. Like I said, it's really not hard to manipulate the President of the United States anymore. Fox News reporter Jacqui Hendrick. The way it felt in the room was not good. It did not seem like things went well, and it seemed like Putin came in and steamrolled, got right into what he wanted to say, and got his photo next to the president and left. Well, yeah, the fuck did you expect happening besides that? Like, that was probably the best case you were gonna get. Him walking in, saying, yeah, I ain't doing shit, and then leaving again. I think he just wanted the free lunch. Literally. California Governor Gavin Newsom is facing backlash from Republicans over this post. Long live the free state of California. Oh, getting triggered over that, huh? Yeah, they're really fucking snowflakes, aren't they? MAGA Republicans are triggered by a flag. What snowflakes? How triggered do you think a Republican would get if I showed them a California flag, a pride flag, and a trans flag all at the same time? The goal is always peace. Brother in Christ, you literally did jack shit and fuck all there. I don't see any movement, but okay. The goal is always Epstein file distraction. Gavin Newsom. Wake up, America. You will not have a country if he rigs this election. These guys are not screwing around. Good to see a politician actually trying to get shit done. To, push back against this, as opposed to the majority of the fucking Democrats. Complacency ain't good. The most corrupt president in history. He is wrecking this country, wrecking the economy. He is a lawless president, and a convicted felon. Wake up, America. Keep it up, Governor. It's great to see some Democrat leadership and someone willing to stand up to King Pedophile. Hey, remember that one time Trump was found liable of... I don't think I can say that in a video. Let's just say it wasn't good. Jesus Christ. By a jury of his American peers, and then Republicans voted for him? Republicans knowingly vote for molesters. Don't be a Republican. Hard to be a shittier or more hypocritical American than a Republican these days. Sounds fair to me. If I had to release my birth certificate to prove I was American, Trump can release the Epstein files to prove he's not a pedophile. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Because I remember when Trump was really adamant on that. And also that bit a couple of weeks ago where he was thinking of trying to convict Obama for some reason, ? Anything but releasing the Epstein files. But hey, Obama was a lot more transparent than Little Mango Mussolini has ever been. Fox host. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it comes off across as childish, and you're a governor of the biggest state in the union. What are you doing? Birdbrain Trey Gallagher, a so-called Fox News host that nobody has ever heard of, says my posts are childish and unbecoming of a leader. Can you believe it? Many are saying Fox, Edit the Tapes News, should cancel his pathetic little bedtime show immediately. They're calling it the most boring program in cable history. Total snooze fest. So sad. They're really saying that, and just ignoring the fact the whole reason Newsom's doing it is because your dear leader is doing it. Oh, they really can't tell when they're getting mocked. It's a South Park all over again. Arroyo. Greg Abbott, who was in a wheelchair, and Newsom said he rolled over for Trump. You do know rolled over is a saying, right? It has nothing to do with a wheelchair. Wow, they're really drowning on this one, aren't they? We asked for a statement, and Newsom's office said something flippant. Oh, like, you're so woke, you'll get over it. They really don't get it, do they? There's no thoughts behind those eyes, is there? GOP dickheads gleefully chuckle when Trump does it, but gets their panties in a bunch when it happens to them. Keep telling them to get fucked. Cry bullies. Clutching those pearls into dust. The only way they can react to this is their whole bullshit fake concern / acting morally superior. Basically, clutching their pearls, despite this very obviously being a tactic to make fun of Trump. But have they clutched their pearls at any statements Trump's made, like, at all? No, but somehow it's different. Oh, yeah, because they're the butt of a joke. And they can't process it. Got it.